Good morning and welcome to morning meditation. We're on Psalms chapter 5. Give ear to my word, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee and will look up. Psalm chapter 5 is a great psalm. It speaks about our prayer life. And Dr. Lee Robertson used to say it takes 3 to thrive: Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. I've changed that a little bit. I think it does take 3 to thrive, and it takes prayer, Bible reading, and soul winning. We're commanded to memorize and meditate the Word of God. We're commanded to pray. Men ought always to pray and not to faint. And we're commanded to go soul winning. I've never known a Christian that's been faithful to those 3 things that has walked away from the things of the Lord. Prayer is such an important thing. There's so many books written on prayer, so many things taught on prayer, but prayer is one of the hardest habits in the Christian life to develop. It's just like exercise. Everybody knows they need to do it. Everybody knows they ought to do it, but do they really do it? And so you and I ought to develop a habit of prayer. God's given us a pattern for prayer in the Lord's Prayer, but it goes beyond that. And the rest of that chapter in Matthew talks about being filled with the Spirit and getting our prayers answered. But here David is telling us the time of day to pray. And if you go through the book of Psalms, you'll see that he said at noon and in the evening, in the morning will I pray 3 times a day. A simple formula for all of us. If you take 10 to 15 minutes 3 times a day to pray, you'll be praying anywhere from a half an hour to an hour a day. And it seems so simple, but so many people neglect that most important part of our day, and that's prayer. You know, as I've been going through this sickness, if I wake up late at night or early in the morning, one of the things I do if I can't get back to sleep is spend some time praying. Praying for you, praying for myself, praying for our nation. The election's coming up, and I know a lot of Christians just discouraged about everything. You shouldn't do that. Pray and trust the Lord. What does 2 Chronicles 7 tell us? Just read this in a devotion the other morning. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. It's not talking about the world turning from their sin. It's talking about us as Christians. We're all sinners. I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. We turn from that sin, seek God, and he said he'll heal our land. I believe America is not beyond hope. God wouldn't put that passage in the Bible if it didn't mean our nation and every other nation. But David said early in the morning, Christian, we need to make sure we develop a habit of getting up before we do anything else and giving God the first few moments of the day. Some people enjoy devotionals, and I think devotionals are good, but I don't think it should stop there. I think we ought to have some in-depth study of the Word of God, and that ought to lead us to our knees in prayer, and we ought to have a prayer list, and beyond that prayer list, the needs of others, the needs of ourselves, the needs of this world. There's just so much on prayer. But I want to close this morning's devotion with the fact that God gives us prayer promises. That means he'll answer our prayer. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great mighty things thou knowest not. God promises that if we'll pray, he'll answer. So let's get to the business of praying. I appreciate everybody that has been fasting and praying for my health, and I'm trusting God still for a miracle, but we're going to keep serving God, keep loving God, keep doing what's right until he comes back for us. Psalm chapter 5, I will direct my prayer. That means on purpose, on point, and on priority. God bless you and have a wonderful day.